Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus one more time. Listen, it is absolutely amazing that I'm constantly speaking to you and nobody really is paying attention. I go back and look at some of my posts maybe after a month and I might see 2, 3 clicks. I don't know whether the people really listen to them, but 2 or 3 clicks and I can see somebody tell a joke, put up a strange looking picture, and 2 or 3 days they get thousands of clicks. These are the kind of things that are important to people. And so that means that you are way off the track. But there's a creator, a God that still loves you, understands that you're absent information, really, really love you. And that's why I have been saved. When I talk about saved, I'm not talking about saved from hell. I'm talking about still alive. Because I have a mission. My mission, my friend, is this. God wants me to remind you that this earth was prepared for every human being that's on it. That he prepared, and when I say he, I'm talking about God. I don't know, I'm talking about a spirit. Prepared it that every human being that comes on this earth have everything that they need to operate as if they were in heaven. But in order for that to happen, considering all the stuff that God has done with the earth and with you, in order for that to happen, you the people must agree. You must agree that you'll have it this way and you will have it no other way. And that's when you will experience this heaven. Now, right now, everybody's so confused. You got the super wealthy. The super wealthy will say that they got their wealth legally. That doesn't make it right, but it appears right when you don't know anything about God, when the only thing that you can refer to is a system of standards that have been set up by man. And if you obey them, then you consider yourself being right. Or if there are a few little moves that you had to make in the dark and you were able to get away because you weren't discovered or because you had a friend, then you still are amassing. And you've held up before the world, held up before your people, held up before your humanity that the way to be successful in life is to have this money. Because this money will allow you to get all the things that God prepared for you to have free. Now you got everybody out there running for money, trying to get this job, to get this amount of money, and in the process you're creating situations where people lie and cheat and steal because out of the way you do it is poverty. And when people are living in poverty, they do whatever they can to survive. They might have to steal, they might have to kill, they might have to do all these things for survival because you don't care. And when the only option that you can present is a fine or jail or killing, you are so absent from God, it's a crying shame. But I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, how do I know these things? I know you don't know because you've just been totally brainwashed. And if I hadn't been miraculously saved several times, I'd probably be right over there with you. But I have been saved and I'm not over there with you. But I'm over here to tell you that every time somebody suffers, the whole darn country who are not suffering are responsible for the suffering of the people. In Mississippi, where they say one of the most poorest countries in the nation, in Alabama, a lot of southern states, where people are suffering, living, Lord, it's just pathetic. Nothing close to heaven, nothing even close to decency. You can see other people go and set themselves aside and have to live in gated. They don't want you over here. When all they got to do is make sure, guarantee that your life will be preserved and you don't have to worry about anything. When you see people running from one country trying to get into another country because they've been so defeated and so brought down, and then you build up a wall, that is Satan. Don't you, America, one thing about you, I know you black people have been in the church, and I know you heard the truth, even if you don't understand it or believe it. These people are running for their lives, and you put up a wall and say you can't come in here. That's just like a neighbor being accosted and beaten up down the street, and they run to your house, knocking on your door, saying, help me, help me, help me, and you close the door, say, not in here. There's no difference between that and what your president and you are affirming and going along with those people crossing those borders. Sure, you got criminals. Sure, you got all kinds of people trying to get out of that hellhole. And they're coming to this hoping that you will allow them to get in. And if you can't do that, ladies and gentlemen, what you should be able to do is to adjust your actions, adjust your system, adjust your policies, where you can go over there, talk to these people in these other countries, talk to their leadership, work with them, show them by the way you're doing your own thing, how they can live a prosperous and adventurous life without lying and cheating and stealing and killing and raping and all this other kind of stuff and selling drugs. You got the responsibility of doing that if you are a great nation. And if you're not a great nation, you can't do it. If you're not a great nation, you're afraid as hell. If you're not a great nation, you're thinking about self-defense, and that's all you're concerned about. If you're not a great nation, you don't know God. If you're not a great nation, you can't do good things because you're dumb and you're led by the devil. You're led by evil and selfishness. If you're not a great nation. Now I ask you, what do you mean make America great again? What do you mean make America great again? Do you remember the history that you put before the American people? You showed the American people how you took their land. And I'm talking about the natives. You took their land. You drove them almost off the face of the country, taking their land. And now you're down on the border trying to take those people's land while you keep other folks out. You think the devil could be any dirtier than that? And you're sitting there shouting, telling them, build that wall, build that wall. You're so filled with evil, if the gas, somebody struck a match around you, probably blow up. You just stinking. You stink. You don't stink, you stink with evilness. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, but you're not. You're not because you don't know any better. And you think my coming here telling you takes away your excuse. You tell God, well, Lord, I didn't know any better. Nobody ever told us. You can't tell that lie. Because you hate my guts for telling you exactly what I'm telling you. And if you're not going to change, I want you to hate me. I want you to feel me. Know that I'm against this bull and this sickness and this hellishness that you're doing. Hey, it's just a little early morning message that I felt compelled to share with you because I know one or two of you, probably only 5 are going to watch this, but one or two of you might hear it. And God has done what God was supposed to do. He took an initiative. And I'm standing before you to tell you some truth. Until next time, this is and will always be Eddie. Bye-bye.